Curse nga siya. I will liken social media like a dirty pool, like a dirty, cheap resort.
Parang nagsa-self-regulate ka na rin and they might possibly judge you.
The outpouring of social media has produced more trash than something that will benefit human society.
If I have that kind of power, I will use that power to erase social media. Go back to the basics, talk to people, learn your social skills, deal with humanity, and be real. I have a lot of friends who've become now very inclined to politics. When in reality, when we meet in person, this person doesn't even talk about politics to me. And it's something like, hello?
Differentiate which one is real for me. So, in general, it all adds to like maybe 10 against 1. 10 in favor, I mean 10, uh, 10 downside and 1 favorable effect of social media.
I think,
So there's always like this fear. There's always like this fear. If you're going to post in social media, you really have to think twice, thrice, 10 times, 100 times.
that's true.
Because not all your friends will be in the same frequency as yours. They can always like get you in a different context, especially if they're so stupid. And I hate that. You hate that. And your screen pops up like there's this person wanting to befriend you, sending you friend request. What the? You're even friends in real life. Yes, that kind of social backdrop. It really like muddles up things for me. So you have to have that kind of optic, that kind of lens to be able to see through people, to see through events. It's crazy. If you don't have that gift, if you don't have like that like trained lens to see things from your point of view, you can really get crushed at an early age.
Yeah, I think, sir, I could agree in
And
what
I
you said,
hope
especially when you said about the culture and pretenses, because like some of my friends have told me like, oh, they have to really be careful about what they post because they are in this industry and they only have to post things that are like this or like that. They have to really curate what they will have to post, diba? So something like that. And for example, in my case, there are lots of thoughts that I wanted to post in social media, but I thought, oh my gosh, I might get cancelled. So they are just saved in my notes. They're not published. And there were, especially now, like there are times when I want to deactivate my social media accounts, especially Facebook. Why? Because first hour in the morning you get to open Facebook and then oh my gosh, they're all fighting. What are you doing, guys? Diba? So I'm like shocked. I mean, for me, we try to find the positive side of social media. Like in my case, what do? I would go to YouTube, watch Jim Quick or other motivational videos, things about money or business to do something positive about it and for social media to have a positive impact on me. But I guess this is just for me, huh? My take is by default, it's negative. Do you agree? What do you think? Sir Charles? For me, sir, social media is like by default negative. People would
Mm,
just do something positive about it, but
mm,
by default, it is negative.
mm.
What do you think?
Um, I think I think one of the reasons siguro why social media was created was for a good purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, we cannot discount the fact that there are people who really had different motives on how to utilize it.
Mm-hmm.
And as a consequence of, as a result, nagiging negative yung social media to a certain extent because um, it tends to be abused. Like for example, ang cellphone nato, the cellphone was invented, I believe, for a very good reason, to easen up communications between one person to another. But sadly, it has also become a tool for other reasons, for devious reasons. So siguro ang akong ma-suggest is, I don't know if it's possible that the government should come up with regulations on, or rather regulate the use of social media. Um, kay para ano siya, dili siya maabuso o dili maka-cause of pain sa uban. I share the same sentiment with most of those who spoke earlier nga it really causes pain. Even little things that may not be addressed to you and then suddenly nabasa nimo siya, it causes pain. Parang yun, parang hununaon mo say nga ako baka ang pasabot ani. So labi na
Mm-hmm.
pag friend mo niya dili kay mo totally close.
Yes.
So I am speaking of this because earlier I read a post of someone whom I know and I got to work with. And then pero dili ko sure kung para to sa ako or maybe someone else, pero you cannot help but think nga abi mo para sa imo ha. So um I can't help nga you cannot really control people's behavior in the social media. So I guess I don't know how the government will come up with regulations as to as to tell us all what is good and what is not, or I don't know. So yun lang ang that's my say on this.
So, Sir Charles, by saying that maybe the government should regulate the use of social media, what do you
Yeah.
exactly mean by that? Like, should there be content that will be banned or
Oh yeah.
censored?
So there's the cyber law.
Mm-hmm.
There's the
Yeah.
international cyber law, but it can only do so much.
Yeah,
As I
totoo.
said, yes, as I said before, I was cut. So the amount of larceny is like 99.9% of social media users are thieves. It's larceny. It's taking someone else's property. Earlier on, I say it was 2009, 2008, there
Mm.
were people who had copies of my photographs because they just took away, they just took it away from my social media account, in Google. I mean, it's crazy how people were able to get a copy of some of my photographs, and I'm not okay with it. I was a used to be a very private person.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
so and that kind of connectivity, it's so fake. Like right now, we're in this Zoom room talking about one topic and meeting minds. You feel so connected. At the same time, it makes you feel so alone. You get that feeling at times because it's crazy. Like you're together and you feel so dejected. You feel so alone, especially after like taking a sneak into someone else's profile. You can't help but compare your status to someone else. You're feeling bad. That's why the rise and the rise of depression has really like spiked so high. Not just to the millennials, but even to middle age individuals. So
So,
it's like a wild beast. If you cannot handle, don't do social media because it could really devastate you. Not just kill you, but the residue of it will totally kill you. Even your memories.
So you're saying, sir, that social media is also one of the factors of the rising
It's a curse
cases.
for me.
Mm.
Yes. Like, how do you explain this? Yes. You and I, we're very close, or I could be in a relationship with someone else, so super close, and we probably ran around the world, took the world into our hands, and we went public, and all our photos are like scattered everywhere until suddenly we decided to just cut everything off. That's to us. It's like, and you're not a celebrity, and it's like, how do you collect all those memories, all those teeny bits of memory? And to each their own, all those people who have seen, who've had like a brush with you in social media, there is no way to be able to uh, save your save your image, save your sanctity from all these people. It's just like an open wound. And before you know it, so people suddenly stop talking about you, like you're a piece of trash. Imagine if you were Angelina Jolie, or if you were Adelina, or if you were President Aquino or President Duterte. See, it's asking us to get rid of our sentience, of our emotions, of our feelings. We're human. We're not robots. When you get hurt, when you see something that affects you, get hurt when your friends, when your close friends and families get attacked, get assaulted, social media. And there are a lot of dibs on your own personal properties, intellectual properties. Anyone can just plagiarize you and copy you. What? In all, across industries, in all aspects of life. So if you notice in the corporate world, you go to their web page, you don't see anything there. Because larceny is a topmost problem in the corporate world. Like SEOs, come on. People who engage in SEOs as a part-time job, they just copy and paste. It's like an ocean of dirt and mire. So if you have better things to do, read, grab a book, and talk to your friends, call them up, meet with them. Social media, you really have to be very, very careful. It's a wild beast. It can present itself as a tool, as an instrument, as an angel. Be very, very, very. Even in Zoom, we know what's behind this. It's your phone, AI. You're talking to your friends, and when you open your phone, what advertising messages do you get? They offer you just the last word you'll talk to your family about. If it's a car, if it's pizza,
Yes,
it's dreadful. It's what it is.
that's true.
It's dreadful. It's
You talk
annoying.
about
It gets
pizza
to
and
the
then when
point
you open
where
your Facebook, oh, you see an
it
advertisement.
gets to the point where it makes us living paranoid, and you get to question people around you. If ito bang tao to, is this person really sincere with me? Why is this person not liking any of my posts? Everyone is thrown against the wall. And one of the best parameters these days would be Facebook. I am even guilty of that. I even ask kids or my friends, why did you not like my post? It's about MACC or something. Because it sets me on the loose. I mean, I feel get paranoid. It's crazy.
Mhm. Yes.
And I'm on top of my mind, on top of my emotions. And
Mhm.
I get all this uh, like unnecessary stuff in my brain, in my emotion.
Mhm.
So every now and then, like every minute, I empty the trash bin I get from social media.
It has also its own algorithm.
All the beautiful words coming out of their mouth, there's always Google beside them.
Everybody's seeking for attention, everybody's seeking for validation. And it's something like, hello?